So greetings to you. Greetings. Forgive me for almost all this time. Gotta fix the suit. All this time. Yes, thank you. I know you're waiting. I know you're waiting. But welcome to today. We had a terrible, terrible thunderstorm here in Paramaribo, Suriname. We had lightning, heavy thunder and lightning. And the lightning and thunder knocked out the power in the area, the neighborhood where I am. So due to that, they had to come and do some technical work to restore the power. So it was scary as shit. The thunderstorm, the lightning, I'm like, wow. But that is the result of me being late today because there was no power. And when the power is gone, the internet is gone. So now I'm here with you today, and I need to open today by saying this. Every time this happens, all you hear, our thoughts and prayers, our thoughts and prayers, our thoughts and prayers. We hope that he pulls through. We hope that she pulls through. That's all you keep hearing. And this is a decade-old problem. It's a disease. It's a parasite that plagues society. It is not unique to Guyanese or Guyana. We have the same case in Suriname. You who live in America, that is the murder capital of the world. America is the murder capital of the world. America. I don't know how women survive in the US. Women are more apt to lose their lives in America than any other country. So let's talk about this guy in a situation here. Every time, thoughts and prayers. Here we have a black man. I'll call it like it is. A Negro who murdered his baby mama, who happens to be an Indo-Guyanese woman. He took a gun and premeditatively murdered her in cold blood. He thought about it. He planned it. He created the situation to justify him murdering the mother of his 10-year-old son. That Negro. There are no excuses here. There is no why, if, none of that stuff. This fuckhead murdered the mother of his child. And then he luckily killed himself. Yeah, luck. How many times in Guyana where black men, where thugs and Negroes and niggers, how many times aren't they murdering women who don't want them anymore? How many times? Can you count on your finger, on your hand? No, you can't. There's so many, so many. You can't. And you compare that with the other ethnic groups who are allegedly doing the same thing. You would think that these niggas are possessed by a jealous satanic demon, that the only option they have, the only alternative to deal with rejection is murder. Only alternative, the only option. They're special, you know. They're special. That women ain't supposed to say no to them. Like when they put their dick in a woman, she's supposed to sign a lifelong contract with that dick. So even though he brings nothing else to the relationship, just a dick, she must be content with that and go flirt with other men to help her pay the bills or put food on the table so his lazy ass can eat. But when she wakes up and she realizes that, that was a mistake, she wants to go. No, women are not supposed to say no to these guys. They are God's gift to a woman. So when a woman says, I want you anymore, something is wrong with her. She needs to be slapped so she can wake up. And if she can't wake up, the alternative is, I'll teach that bitch a lesson. If I can't get her, nobody else can. That's the mentality. That's the mentality. And these are the men who promise the world to these women. I'll keep you safe. I'll this, I'll that. The world. That a lot of these women are so dumb enough to believe these Negroes and trust their story. Open their legs and allow this cheap, poor, ignorant, stupid, potential criminal, murderous dick go in their virtuous pussy. And this is what you get in the long run. The woman realizes that she made a mistake. She wants out. And the only alternative in out she gets is that her life is taken away. How many times hasn't it? Wasn't it recently? Recently. Where this 21-year-old numbskull nigger took a gun, shot his ex in cold blood. How many times hasn't this happened? Where is the fucking human rights for these victims? Where are they? Where are they? These women, after they're killed, then you hear their relatives are saying how many times they made reports to the police, how many times this, how many times that. The fact that these losers are killing themselves after they take away the gift of human life from the world, the fact that they can do that, it meant that they were living all the time a useless life. They had no purpose to live. Other people had to give them reasons for them to live. But when they couldn't find people to leech on, sulk and complain and curse the government, they realize that they reach their end. They can't give themselves a reason. So they need to justify their suicide by killing somebody else. This ain't about love. These fuckers are losers. Losers. How the heck can you rehabilitate these people? How can you rehabilitate them when you see no signs that they had a disease? The fucking disease is they have a murderous personality. This is why the police has to take these things serious. But if you have the courts that continues to give fucking bails all the fucking time. They hit a woman, put them on bail. They break into a store, put them on bail. They attempt murder, put them on bail. Every fucking thing is bail. Everything is bail. And when these women go and make their complaints, you officers, you have to assume that a lot of these women don't know what they want. However, you treat their complaint as a criminal matter. If the man threatens to harm them, go the fucking arrest him. Go get him. Even if she comes after and say, well, it was a mistake, say, madam, go the fuck home. Let the law deal with this. Because this is what happens in a heat of the moment, in a heat of the emotions. They run to the police. Oh, he wants to kill me. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. When they calm down and he gives crocodile tears, he begs or send his mother to beg or his sister to beg the lady. Yes. Then she goes to the station and tells the police, oh, it was my fault. He went into my phone and he saw some messages where I was trash talking with my colleagues and he got jealous. It's my fault. You can let him out. He promised he wouldn't do it again. And the next fucking time he does it, that's what happens. He gets a gun, uses it on her, unfortunately, without any remorse or any value of human life, not even children. They harm children, they kill children, and then they kill themselves. So the police in Guyana, fuck the woman. When she come and make a report, go get the fucker. Go get him and jail him. And the judges, when it comes to men beating women, what the fuck you putting them in jail for? Change the laws. What are you putting them on bail for? This is what happens when you give them bail. This is what happens. These criminals are like the junkies. They are very theatrical, very theatrical. They should get Grammy Awards for the act they put on when the police arrest them and they're in prison and they're begging for second chances. These women are convinced that, oh my gosh, he's changed. No. He just wants one more time to finish the job. One more time. And he would beg, change his religion, become a Christian, accept Jesus. He will do all of that just to gain the trust of that baby mama or that ex-wife or girlfriend, so he can get close to her to finish the job, because he has nothing to fucking live for. Nothing. So ladies, I've said before in one of my shows, and look, let me digress a bit. I'll get back to that. I'll spend some time on that. Don't worry. You see, I've had a second, in 2 weeks, I've had a second rude visa dismissal and denial from the United States Embassy in Suriname. in 2 weeks. Twice. And I'm still to try to bring my head around what's the point. You see, a prominent, influential family in America who are US citizens and ardent, faithful fans and followers of what I do for years. They extended a social / kind of business invitation for me to, they would like to spoil me for 2 weeks. Dr. Love, we like what you do. We follow for years. We want to sponsor you to come and just enjoy for 2 weeks on us. I mean, I can afford it if I have to go on my own, but they're just like, I said, no, I'm not interested in it. I said, no, please, please, please. It's okay. So I decide to go through the process, application, blah, blah, blah. And these folks made available all the relevant information, document, to support that they can afford to entertain me for a week, 2 weeks, even a month. Because they're rich, they're millionaires. So I thought to get the visa here at the the American embassy here in Suriname. Obviously, every applicant, the Americans, they spy on everybody, so they will know everything about everybody. So somebody like me, I can't hide. I'm all over the internet. I can't hide. You type my name and that's it. You see all you need to see. You want to know if I'm a terrorist? It's there. If I'm a criminal, it's there. Everything you need to know is there. You don't need to hire a private investigator for that. It's online. So I thought, well, my whole thing is out there, so whatever. However, upon going there, the first time, 2 weeks ago, there was a black guy, a black man, the consular, and a white guy. Whenever I'm faced with situations like this, and I have to deal with, agents, I somehow have a certain thing if I have to deal with another black person. Because I'm assuming that they know who I am, or they Google me, whatever it is, and I will have prejudice. That's it. I just expect negativity from another black person. It's just what it is. Lo and behold, exactly what happened. Less than 60 seconds, dismissed me. So I thought, what the fuck? This is supposed to be an interview, right? Back and forth, exchange information. None of that stuff. So I said, okay, I just thought that it was rude and I was dismissed. To me, unfairly, I thought the guy was prejudiced against me. So I reapplied the very same day. Paid more money. Say, you gotta, let's talk about this, So I was scheduled today, just in a space of a week. No. I returned. He was there. And somehow they said, no, let's get somebody else to deal with this guy, because apparently you don't want to deal with this one. So they rescheduled me for today. It's another 7 days. Now, in my mind, you have agents there. Why put me a whole week? Just switch me to the white guy. I don't want to talk to that black guy. He's the one that for me, I felt as though he was prejudiced against me. I don't want to talk to him. There's a white man there. Just give him my stuff. Let me talk to him and get it over with. You push me a whole week to waste my time. So I returned today. And guess what? When I returned to the embassy today, another black man What I wanted to do was to get up, respectfully go to the counter and said, Madam, can I have my document, please? I'm no longer interested in going through with this process. I would inform the people and say, hey, you know what? Let's forget about this. I was about to do that because I anticipate the same attitude from this one that I got from the first one. I was hoping that if I said this one was prejudiced against me, who was black, you ain't gonna put me to another black person. But instead, I had to deal with another brother. He wasn't no different. So I thought, when he said, I said, may I ask you, please, can you indicate for me one reason why this decision was arrived? His words to me were, you can read it in the document. I said, sir, I got this from your colleague. Can you tell me? And before I can say, tell me, he's like, this interview is over. I like Trump. I love Trump. I like the fact that America does what it can because, you know, America is like any other business enterprise. You got to look out for yourself, protect your interests, and as Trump says, America first. I get that. So I will not hold that against the whole of the United States or America. No. This is personal for me. So if the State Department, whoever is watching or monitoring, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why it's personal for me. Because if you had taken keen interest, as you have said, you have to research people, you would understand that at no time have I ever expressed any interest in living in the United States. Never. I have absolutely no interest. But I like the country. The people are very nice. But the system is what I can't tolerate. The system. The system. But that's how it is. That's why America is claiming that they are the greatest country, because of the system. The system works for them. But I don't like the system. And this is not about the Republicans. The Democrats are worst. So if I have to make a choice as to if I need to, you know, live amongst a lot of white people, I would take Europe, Russia. I would choose Russia. Not even Germany. Maybe Norway. Not even the Netherlands. Why I would choose Russia? It's personal. Or China. So what I'm trying to say here is that twice in 2 weeks, I felt offended via the American consulate embassy here in Suriname by talking to two consecutive black men twice. So while it may not be the case, I would think that they probably Googled and say, hey, oh, this is the doctor of that. Oh, this is the guy that hates black people. Oh, this is the guy. Oh, so they just want to prove a point. Okay, I'll teach you a lesson. You're talking against black, you're talking against this. Okay, fine. Like I said, that's my impression. Because I don't see no other reason why you should deny me. Me, what? I would stow away? I would hide in some corner and don't want to leave America? Oh my gosh, me? Really? Seriously, I have digital footprints everywhere. And you think I would want to stay in a fucking America? To put these people at risk? These millionaires, American citizens that are all over the place? How the heck are they going to encourage me to overstay 2 weeks to risk their own reputation. How? Or maybe I'll go back another time and hide somewhere, you know, whatever. Probably. It's a black thing. Like I said, for me, it's personal. These two brothers somehow have a diss with me. Like I said, it is my opinion. If it was a white person who had told me, hey, you know, because of this and this, I would forget it. Oh, okay. But it's a black guy and another black guy. Twice. Now, I'm not saying all black people are bad. I'm just saying that's my experience. Oh, and by the way, today also, I just got a traffic ticket for parking at a place that I've parked for 5 years. Suddenly, the cops pulled up 3 black people and wrote me a ticket for being somewhere that they usually see me park. Suddenly today, they're not in a good mood. So first the embassy and now the cops. What a day. So when I come across this murder-suicide situation, it angers me. It angers me. Because the good amongst us are not being encouraged. The good amongst us, those of us Africans, black people, who are upholding the law, trying to live a certain standard, we are getting a fucking hard time. But the people who are low-life thugs, scums, and criminals, they're enjoying the fruits of whatever is out there. Imagine that. I don't speak racism on my platform. All I'm highlighting that I hate niggas who harass other people. I hate fucking Negroes who break the law. I hate the ghetto lifestyle. I hate the scums. I hate that, as in fucking hate. But I love decency. I love humanity. If the Guyanese blacks, forget the Guyanese blacks, you look on America there. Who are the people that are often quick to harass the police, to rob, to steal, to vandalize, to gang violence, murder? Who are the people, man? Who are the people? White people, black people, Negroes. They're the ones. And they're spoiling the rest of society. Because the rest of the society, the young white kids or Indian kids or Chinese kids, they want to look cool. So they think if they operate a certain way, if they beat up on their girlfriends, if they sag their pants and put a fake gun or whatever in their waist and like this hip hop culture thing, they think they're cool. They want to be like the black guys. But look where they end up. Look at where they end up. Jail or dead. I don't want that kind of black culture exported on the rest of the fucking society. I don't want that. It is bad. It's bad for society. So this young lady who made the worst mistakes are mistakes, but the fact that she ended up dead, it's the worst mistake she ever made in her life. To get into a relationship with that loser, that criminal who eventually ended up taking her life, and we have to hope and give the doctors our prayers so they can save the life of that 10-year-old child. But she is not alive to regret it. She regretted it because she wanted a divorce. That's why she wanted a divorce, because she regretted it. She's dead. It would have been honorable if he had just killed himself. Honorable. If he had just killed himself. You know, that would have been honorable. But this whole thing that you keep making excuses for these people, saying that, oh, they need treatment, or maybe they need therapy. He should have gotten counseling. Since when the fuck that helps? Since when therapy helps or counseling? Since when? Since when? That shit, that's an excuse to buy time. That stuff is an excuse to buy time so they can finish the job the next time. That shit don't help. These men were raised as criminals, thugs. They were raised in an environment where they're accustomed to see that kind of violence. They're accustomed, it's normal to them. So for them to even entertain the thoughts to unalive somebody else, it's like thinking about sex, fantasizing sex. That's how they fantasize murder. They get off on it. They can't see their life beyond that. So to them, that's where their life stops. When they kill somebody, they kill themselves. And that's it. They can't see beyond that. So you Afro-Guyanese or Afro whoever, from wherever, when you Google and you hear me say these things, I'm not concerned about your feelings, your emotions. At least I'm doing something. I don't have the powers you have to whatever, like these counselor guys. I don't. That's a powerful position. Like it's like a cop. It's your word against theirs. So the fact that one black man denied me, he would have discussed with his colleague. And what do you think his colleague would do? Make him look bad? No, he'll do the same thing. Same thing like the cops. If one cop do you harm, or do you bad, you're going to complain on a cop to another cop. You don't get justice like that. You just got to forget it. Forget it and build your influence. Build your influence. So when your influence gets higher and greater, then you can get even. But I'm not, don't get, I'm not trying to get even with anybody. I'm just making a point. So what I'm saying here is, at the end of this, if these so-called Negroes who may hold positions of influence, they need to also use that influence to affect their circle. If you don't want to go on social media, go around to the schools, primary schools. You need that age. Impact the young black minds then, because they're coming out from the primary school and they are going and enjoying the neighborhoods where they are, and the neighborhoods where they are filled with what? Stories of crime, stories of violence, stories of murder, blueprint of how to kill, the blueprint of how to rob, the blueprint of how to steal and loot and commit crime. That's what's in the ghetto. So if you want to effect change amongst the black people, as you say, you are all for Africans, and do some fucking good. Not just on your job to terrorize other blacks. Out of your job, go around the neighborhood. Talk to them young ones. Show them the possibilities. You don't do that. You let them grow up to murder other people's children. And Indo-Guyanese, women, if you have to date a black man I mean, what did your father told you? You think you and this lady worked at ExxonMobil. It meant that she had some brain on her head. She had some talent. If when you're raised by your folks, you think it's fair, and I'm talking now to Indo-Guyanese women, do you think it's fair that your father, who may have been a cane cutter, a laborer, he didn't get the opportunities to get his papers or degrees or finish school, but he invested his time. He worked his ass off to send you to school, to have you as the pride of his life, to attend the university, get a degree, get a good job. His dreams are to see you excel and improve and better your life. You think it's fair after he would do all of that for you to go and open your fucking legs for some low-life fucking nigger to fuck you or propose to you? You think it's fair for that man, that father, that has sacrificed so much? It's not fair. But a lot of you don't know the worth of your parents. You don't know the value of your parents. You want to be cool. You want to date a black guy. Think it's a nice thing. Cultures don't mix so easily. If you want to date outside of your race, and you are a Hindu, then date another man outside your race who is also a Hindu. At least you have a similar ideas to the culture. But you are going to come from a decent Indian family out of the ghetto to meet some nigger from the ghetto on your job somewhere, I don't know, and fall in love with him, not knowing exactly what he brings with him, the baggages, the weight. You have no idea what his secrets are, what he did. You don't know if he's a down low homosexual. You don't know. But you think it's cool. Oh, here's my nigger boyfriend. That's my opinion. You understand? It is my opinion. Be smart like white women. They're the clever ones. If a white woman will date a black man, he better be the fucking best. He must have money and brains and well cultured for a white woman to open her legs for that nigger dick. You Indian women better learn from that. Guyana has a lot of high class Afro-Guyanese men, high class. But you see where most of them go? They go date Afro-Guyanese women. And you leave the intelligent Indo-Guyanese men who can offer you something to go hang around some nigger from the ghetto. Because why? Why? You hear about the dick. You think you want some Douglas children? You think. Don't mix your race. You think Douglas means strong? Mixed children are clone. You understand? They're not pure. Pure is strong. Pure black, pure Indian, pure Chinese, pure white, that is strong. But if you take 50% of black and 50% of Indian, you don't get 100%. You get 50% and 50%. That's what you get. It's not 100%. It is 50% weaker than mommy and daddy. Weaker. You want strong genes? You want strong, dominant genes? Then you have to stick to your own kind. Stick to your own kind. What I'm saying here, look around you. You see all these niggas are killing women? You still want to date them? Don't date them. And see how quick they'll change their attitudes. Don't date them. Say, no, black guy, no, black men kill women. Start pushing that out there. And see all those who like to slap them girls, see how quick they'll change. See how quick they'll change. But if you don't do that, and you think it's a nice thing, what's the matter with you? That scum robbed society, robbed ExxonMobil of a good employee, a great mother, daughter. She could have had more children with somebody else that made sense. That scum took her life. I'm very passionate about the things I say. Very passionate. The fact that a lot of you niggas are targeting me now, fuck you. I don't care where you are or who you are. I said fuck you. If you don't like what I say, switch off. Okay? Switch off. Don't watch me. But I'll continue to say this. I hate bad people. I hate bad people. That's what I say. If you Afro-Guyanese or Afro whoever want the world to have a different view about you, live better. Live better. Stop the killing. Stop the murder. Stop the crime. Stop the looting. Stop the stealing. Stop it. Stop it. Live better. They talk about how police are corrupt. Which police? Which police is corrupt? If it's the black ones, well, stop it. Change. Fucking nonsense. My hats off to the Trinidadian Prime Minister, Kamala. Well, before the elections, I wanted her to win. I had said, if you go back and watch my videos on TikTok and YouTube, and if Facebook didn't shut me down, you would have seen it there on Facebook too. I had said that Suriname will have a female president. And I did call her name. I said Jenny Simmons. I said that. A month before the elections in Suriname, I said that Simmons was going to win. A month. And I also said on Facebook that Kamala Prasad will win in Trinidad. And she did. Jenny Simmons won and Kamala won. There was a time when I thought, women, no, I realized, fuck it. Let the women do what they have to do. So lo and behold, Kamala Prasad came out and she said, because before her, they had that loser, what's his name? That black man who was the Prime Minister of Trinidad, fucking loser. He was corrupt. He never embraced Guyana in its struggle for what Venezuela was planning and did to Guyana. That man did not came out and give that strength and solidarity like that. Because in his mind, oh, it's a fucking coolie government. I don't have time with them. And he had his own issues with the Indian in Trinidad. So it's like a grievance thing. But he did not extend that kind of courtesy. There we have now this woman came out and stood like a man. You know what? Fuck it. Not like a man. Better than a man. And she said, no. Venezuela is wrong. Venezuela is a fucking bully. And her government will stand in support and solidarity, and Trinidad and Tobago will stand besides Guyana. That she is going to make sure that the Americans have access to Venezuela via her waters. A woman, Indian woman, came out and offered that might for Guyana. And a lot of them Negroes who like to cuss the Trinidadian and say, oh, they have issues with Guyana, they hate this, they hate that. No, niggas. The Trinidadians don't hate Guyana. Like every country, they hate bad people. So the Guyanese who go to Trinidad and commit fucking crime and destroy the people's community, take drugs and all kinds of nonsense, that's what they hate. Barbados is the same thing. America, the same thing. Every country. So if you go to these people's country and you create chaos, mayhem, public unrest, you do drugs, you sell drugs, you're a gangster, you corrupt the people, then they will hate you. So when they talk about Guyanese, you make the good, decent Guyanese, even the ones who are not black, you make them get the stain as well. So Trinidadians don't hate Guyanese, they hate them fucking niggas who like to terrorize people. And they're scared the shit about you when they, oh, Guyanese, oh, he's black, Guyanese. Yeah, because they know what comes with that. So I would like to say thank you to the Prime Minister of Trinidad, Ms. Kamala Prasad. Guyana is grateful for your support, and Guyana is thankful to have you as a neighbor. Very thankful. Even the Bajan Prime Minister, that President, whatever it is, haven't said or stood that strong, and she's black. And she's black. So you people need to stop cussing the Indians, because they're the ones who are making the sacrifice, political sacrifice for all of Guyana. And Guyana is not an Indian country. It's a matter of fact, the blacks benefit more. But here is a woman who is an Indo-Trinidadian who is putting her neck out for a whole country, which has a large population of Africans. How could she be racist or racial? Now, as a matter of concern, my fellow Guyanese, as a matter of concern, every vote counts. Every vote counts. What you see circulating on social media is not real. A lot of it is AI generated, all of these so-called statistics and all these so-called this and so-called that. It's not real. The PNC and Aubrey Norton was talking about corruption even before President Ali was sworn in as president. President Ali was not president yet, and they're accusing him of corruption. It's like a man who is about to get married, but his wife's relatives are telling her, girl, that man gonna cheat on you. He's a cheater. She was like, but we're not married yet. I'm still a virgin. What you talking about? Yeah, but look at him. He's gonna cheat on you. Same thing with the PNC. From day one, from 2020, they were the ones who were corrupt. They wanted to steal the elections. They wanted to bribe all the people they need to bribe so that they can rob President Ali of the opportunity to make Guyana great. And now, since 2020, the only thing They continue what they are consistent with. Aubrey Norton, the only statement and sentence he could have formed, and he stuck with it. Oh, the Ali government is corrupt. Oh, the Ali this is corrupt. Oh, Jagdi is corrupt. That's all. Corrupt is the only word that is friendly to his mind. Do you know that the thing that people point out the most, they're actually identifying themselves? That's psychology. It's a personality disorder. So when somebody is accusing, is like your girlfriend, and she's like, let me see your phone, let me see your phone. Who's this girl? Who's this girl? Brother, check her out. Check her phone. You'll see who the guy is that she's messing around. So when people are constantly pointing a finger at you, it is true when they said 4 is pointed back at the person. Yes. So the fact that Norton, well, fuck Ashridin, I mean, is always Jagdi corrupt, this corrupt, that corrupt. He came out of the womb of corruption. The PNC is known for that. They wrote the whole playbook on corruption. That's how Barnum could say that a population that he had of 30%, PNC stronghold, could win an election by 70% of the votes. 30%. And Jagan, it switched. Jagan got 30% and he got 70%. So somehow the Indo-Guyanese in the time, 70% voted for the PNC. And the 30% blacks voted for Barnum. You see what I'm talking about here? That's the corruption that Aubrey Norton was raised under. So Guyanese, I'm asking you now, all the things they're talking about, Ali is corrupt, Ali is this. Never once did they ever produce any evidence to support that. Never once. And their pundits and their low-life scums and scraps are repeating it on social media. Corruption. That's all they can talk about. They have nothing else of substance. Their brain cannot fabricate nothing else. They can't read, so they can just repeat what they keep hearing. And now they bring the Win guy inside. He of all persons, the Maduro guy, the agent for Maduro, Win. He is talking about corruption. Imagine that. 60 billion plus. And that's the guy who's talking that he's going to get rid of corruption. That guy. And to know that there are people who are so bitter with themselves, they're so self-hateful, that they will look Ashridin and say, oh, Ashridin Mohammed, you are so correct. You are the best thing for Guyana. You know, you notice how I come to do my shows? You realize that I respect my audience. I do my best. I try to be presentable because I'm a professional. I'm not doing this because I want to talk shit. I'm a highly qualified professional. This is what I do. Now social media, everybody has a cheap phone and a TikTok account, Facebook account, and they're talking a bunch of bullshit and getting a lot of people to share their stuff, and they suddenly is an influencer. Suddenly. All kinds of views, very unpleasant people, ugly faces people. And suddenly, you're missing the point. Look at who you're following. Then you can question who you are. What are your values? Because if you can find entertainment, if you can find comfort in watching and following people like Mark Benchkop, oh, and by the way, Mark Benchkop, who gives a fuck who you endorse? You endorse Orban. Who gives a fuck? What is that? Breaking news? I decide today to say who I endorse. Who the fuck are you, Mark Benchkop? That your endorsement matters. Who? It doesn't matter. You're a fucking lowlife. It doesn't matter. You endorse Norton. You don't think that's obvious? You've been sucking the guy's dick from whenever. It's obvious that that's the person that you'll be endorsing. But you think it's a special word? Bench Cup endorse Norton. If you like Norton so much, go the fuck to Guyana and vote for him. Go there and then you show your thumb and say, hey, I just voted for Norton. That's how you endorse Norton. Go and physically vote for Norton. Don't come and talk endorse. You think that's going to influence people? So, my gosh, guess what? Mark Benchcrop endorsed Norton. That means that Norton is a good guy. He's the right guy because, oh my gosh, Mark Benchcrop is like fucking Beyonce and Rihanna. And oh my gosh, Mark Benchcrop, are you forgetting that Beyonce endorsed Kamala Harris and she fucking lost massively, or as Trump would say, bigly? All them high-class celebrity endorsed Kamala Harris and she lost miserably. Benchcop, you are not even a fucking low-class celebrity. You are a scraps, a scum, cockroach. So you endorsing Norton, it's the worst you could do for Norton because the decent Afro-Guyanese would say, oh, these are your buddies. These are the guys you hang with. Okay, I need to disassociate myself from that criminal gang. You might as well say you endorse Azruddin Mohammed. You might as well say that. Or who else is there? Oh, what's her name again? The pretty one? See, I forgot your name. Oh yeah, the one that says 100,000 Venezuelans in Guyana. She has the data. She was there at the border to sign them in, so she counted all of them. What's her name again? Somebody help me out here. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Let's see. Oh yes, Amanza Walton Desir. 100,000 Venezuelan. So you are now projecting that, listen, Guyanese, Irfaan Ali is going to win, and he would win a majority of 40 seats. But I'm telling you now that it will be as a result of the 100,000 Venezuelans that came in the country that will vote for him. What happened to Win? I thought they're voting for Win. So you mean they're not going to vote for that idiot anymore? They're going to vote for Ali? Decide what do you want, people. What you want. You want the Venezuelan to vote for Ali or have to vote for Win? Decide your mind. But stop pushing these things out to confuse the decent folks of Guyana that when Ali wins, it means it has been rigged. Stop building a scenario to send your thugs out. Remember, like I said, and not I only say that, they have said it. The vice president, the police force, they have said it. Not this year. Them things that you did in the past, terrorizing people, not this fucking year. You mothers, you Afro-Guyanese mothers, you better talk to them thug sons that you have. Because you will end up being the one in tears. You better tell them, get a job and forget about these people who are trying to push them to commit crimes and these kinds of stuff. You better warn them. Not this year. You understand? There are lots of opportunities there in Guyana that they can benefit from. Enough of this bullshit. Because of my experience with the American Embassy, I wanted to feel pride again. You see, I have a very big ego. Very big ego. And the fact that I stood there like a fucking little boy and have this grown Negro man making me feel that fucking stupid and unimportant, I thought to myself, how have I come to this level? I need to upgrade my influence. Yes, President Irfaan Ali, find some way to make me Minister of Home Affairs. Find some way. I can't take that level of disrespect. Fucking counselor treat me like a boy. Like I said, it's my experience. You're not me. You're not in my position. You don't know how I see that experience. But like I said, I like Trump. I like what he's doing, cleaning up America, getting rid of all the illegals. I like that. I'm in support of that. But you need some more white people at the consulate, at the embassy. You need more white people. So if ever I happen to visit another embassy, I'm saying it now. So when they Google me, then they'll know that I said it. Let me talk to a white Caucasian consular. Please, let them deny me. I don't want to deal with no black people. So Guyanese, listen. That passport that you have, that blue book that you have, is one of the most powerful passports in the world. To comfort myself, I Googled and did some research. I wanted to see the strength. And do you know how that passport gained so much of traction and strength and power? Because of that guy we have, that president, Irfaan Ali, because of his policies, his domestic and foreign policies, the way he has brought the country, the way the world start to see the country from 2020, Ali caused that. So now with a Guyanese passport, you can visit over 90 countries without a visa. Over 90 countries. Why are you stressing behind America? America is just one country, 52 states, just one. And you go through all of that humiliation at the American embassy, all that humiliation, and pay your money. You don't get it back. You don't get a refund. All the humiliation to get a visa just to visit a country that you can never feel at home at. I don't care how long you live there. There are a lot of Guyanese in America who want to get back home. They don't want to retire. They don't want to retire in Guyana. They love their country. But do you know, because of President Irfaan Ali? Let me run down quickly for you. And I plan to do it. So I want you to pay attention. Okay? These are the countries, as of this year, that having a Guyana passport, you can travel without going through any humiliation like you have to go through when you go to the American embassy for a visa. None of that stuff. You can just book a flight and go to the countries. Here they are. I can't read all 90 something, but I'll just give you a few. For Europe, the United Kingdom, England, Ireland, Kosovo, Russia. Imagine that. These European countries, you can just book your fucking flight and go. No questions asked with your Guyanese passport. The Caribbean, the Americans and the Caribbean, Antigua, Barbuda, imagine Aruba, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Caribbean Netherlands, Cayman Islands, Curacao. A Guyanese passport can take your ass to Curacao. Dominican Republic, Panama, Suriname, Uruguay, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos Island. Just a few. South America, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Uruguay, Suriname. The Middle East. What do you know? The Middle East. Can you imagine that? With a Guyanese passport. Malaysia, the Philippines, Qatar. Qatar? Yes, Qatar. Singapore. Oh my God, Singapore. The United Arab Emirates, the UAE. Fucking imagine that. Let's go to Africa. Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Gambia, Ghana. Imagine that, Negroes. You can go to Ghana and Kenya with a Guyanese passport. Rwanda. And here's the big one, South Africa, without a visa. And there are so many more. I just called a few. Just a few. There are over 90 countries, 90. And the countries where you need to have a visa on entry, it's no stress. That's where you can explore. And you constantly subject yourself to humiliation, running and running and running and reapplying to the American embassy just to visit one country. You think it's a dream come true. You go to America, it's a dream. It's your bucket list. It's like, oh, the Big Apple. No. The Big Apple is Guyana. That's the Big Apple. Because Guyana provides foundation to so many countries. Do you have any idea how many billions and billions of dollars the Americans are earning out of Guyana? Out of Guyana? And you're leaving that country to go there to hustle? To work 5 jobs? For what? Just to say you live in America, where they have the worst weather, the worst climate? Like I said, all I'm saying here is let's be proud of what we have. The government of Guyana, President Irfaan Ali, has done his best. If he has done that in 5 years, that the strength of the Guyana passport under his government, imagine the next 5 years. I believe that America is going to bow to Guyana's greatness and get rid of the visa requirements. They get rid of it. England did it. What's stopping America? You think America is greater than England? No, they're not. The kingdom did it. What is stopping the Americans for saying, oh, well, whatever, it's just 800,000 people, they're rich. Why would they want to come to America to work like slaves when they're living like kings and queens here? Just get rid of the visa stuff, man. If they have a Guyanese passport, fuck it. If they want to go live there, whatever. Eventually, the Americans, the Canadians, whoever, they're going to get rid of the visa stuff because Guyana will be the greatest country on earth in the next 5 years. So if you Guyanese want the pride to be a Guyanese passport holder and to have the laws change now to say other countries need a visa to come to Guyana, do the same thing to them. They want a Guyanese green card, let them go through the same stress that they put Guyanese through, do the same thing to them. But for us to have that magic, for us to have that power, that influence, that greatness, we have to make sure that we do our best to get rid of that stain of crime, that stain of drugs, that stain of illegal activities. And we need to make sure that we reinstate President Irfaan Ali for the second term. Look at what he did in 5 years. Don't you want to see the greatness in the next 5 years? Of course not. You want to see that. I mean, of course you want to see that. We just have a few days. Today is Tuesday. And I'm telling you, on this day, disassociate yourself from all the negative energies that are causing Guyana's pain and stress. Let Win go to Venezuela. Let Ashridin go there. They'll welcome him. Let him send his money or whatever. Let him go there. And he has to go by truck because he can't use the plane. They'll open their borders and accept him. Don't put your mouth into the case with Venezuela and America. Let America do what they have to do. They got to go get Maduro. Let them go get Maduro. So what? It's none of your business. Matter of fact, it's good. Then you have the sane government in Venezuela who would understand that you don't bully your neighbors. You don't try to annex your neighbor's land. You don't try to covet. No, you respect the rule of law. That's what you want, right? So let the Americans fight our fights for us. Go and deal with Maduro and his 300,000 military team as if the Venezuelans are going to risk their lives for him. Lying and saying, oh, there's 4.5 million. Where? Where? He is pressuring the public servants to go out and register to fight for him. If they don't, they lose the job, as if it's anything, if it's a big of a deal. They can't survive on the money anyway. So let the Americans go and deal with Maduro. Donald Trump, you have my blessings. Go get the guy. And when you finish with him, go get Ashridin Mohammed and his family. Take them. We wouldn't miss them. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time. The countdown begins. These are the days of our lives. Monday is the day when you go out and you make it count. All the Guyanese in other countries, plan your repatriation to Guyana. Bring your money, drain the American banks of your money and bring it back to Guyana and put it in the Guyanese banks. Sell your properties, come and buy land and buy businesses, open businesses in your own country. Let us build our capacity so that they would have to bow to us and say, President Ali, you know, we've made a decision that we will no longer require visas for Guyanese citizens. Yes, let them do that. Don't you want that to happen? Then you can smile. And then you will have, ladies, listen now. Then you will have men from different countries who want to marry you because they want to get a Guyanese visa. Guyanese citizenship. Then you fellas, you can get all those nice little virgins from the other countries because they want Guyanese husbands because the Guyanese passport is strong. The Guyanese economy is good. The Guyanese dollar is good. It's like, wow, yes. Don't you want that to happen? Of course you do. Of course you do. How will that happen? Vote for enough seats for the People's Progressive Party so they can change the laws and make sure that they are harsher on crime. Because it is because of the crime capacity, Guyana is getting a bad name. When the Americans put notice to their citizens about travel advisory to Guyana, why do you think they do that? When they have riots, when they have all these protests, and who do you think causes that? The ghetto, the Afro-Guyanese from the ghetto. They're the ones giving the country a bad name. And the decent folks are the ones that has to carry the name. That has to stop. We need to be a peaceful, law-abiding, progressive, hard-working, happy country. Then everybody wants to come. That can only happen if we deliver a massive victory to the People's Progressive Party Civic. Fuck Norton and his corruption talks. That's all they have. Talking about corruption, because they are corrupt. Nobody should vote for nobody else. Vote alone for the PPPC. Nobody else. Let the PPPC get the entire parliament. Yes. There I said it. So what? Anyway. You see what's happening to me? That's why you need to support me. I'm getting all these bad blood from these Negroes everywhere. Bad for my business, bad for my image. That's why I need your support. Because I wouldn't stop what I'm doing. And I'll continue to get hate from Negroes everywhere. Because I'm online. They see me all the time. Oh, you're the guy that don't like Negroes. You're the black Uncle Tom. What they call me, black Uncle Tom and house slave and whatever. All these fancy names and titles they gave me. But then they use their position to also victimize me. Yes, they don't just call me names. They use their position to victimize me because they recognize, oh, this is the guy. So I need to know that you, the decent folks, that you have my back. Yes, I need to know that. And for you to have my back, you need to make sure that your support comes. Contact me on the numbers. Is it there? It should be there. Go into the videos. Oh yeah, it's on my profile there. Is it? Yes. On the profile, on my YouTube my YouTube picture. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. On that picture, that's the number. Call that number. Don't call. Add it to your WhatsApp and send a text. Say, hey, Doc, I would like to support you. How can I donate? How can I make my contribution? And I'll tell you how you can do that. I need to know that you stand with me. So I can tell these blacks that are using their position to victimize me, I can tell them, hey, go fuck yourself. That's why influence is important. And I like that. I like power. Power, that's what I want. When you have power, you're like Trump. I want to have the power like Donald Trump. That's the power that I want. And you, the good citizens of Guyana, PPP supporters, you can give me that power. I want you to give me that kind of power. Thank you again. And we'll see each other on the next live. This is Dr. Love Prasad saying, vote with your money and your future, and vote People's Progressive Party Civic. Oh, somebody's asking me, people ask me about this. This was an honor that I received from the former president of Suriname, Chandrika Prasad Santokhi. Yes, I was a regular visitor. So he pinned this on me. He personally pinned it on me. The president of Suriname. Oh, you see, guys, councillors, guys, you see, yeah. President of Suriname pinned this on me. Yeah, I know low level nigga. Anyway, bye now. I'll calm down. I can't take rejection. Oops, what am I saying? Let me take that back. I am trying to deal with the disappointment. I can handle rejection. I can. You understand? I know some black people don't like me. I understand that. They Google, oh, he's the guy. Oh, yeah. I'll teach him a lesson. Yes. I know that. Yeah, whatever. I'm a proud Guyanese. Happy to be Guyanese. Yes. Bye now.